I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
D-M-Watts.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Let's get it.
To get bitch in the cut, you know I'm doing my dance. No, we ain't shaking no hands. You just a fan. I bet you snitching your mans. A couple dozen ain't enough.
What's going on, everybody? I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
And welcome to another episode of D-Watts Podcast. Now, you guys may notice a little bit, the view may be a little bit different.
It is a little
It's
bit.
a tad bit different?
Just a little bit.
All right, and the reason that view is a tad bit different because we have an inspiring artist, rapper, singer, jack of all trades. D-Trell is in the house. Everybody say, welcome, D-Trell. Yay! What's going on? You guys,
Everybody doing?
You guys may have seen that we started talking a little bit probably for about the past week. We were giving you little hints that, hey, we're going to be interviewing D-Trell.
Yes, we were.
D-Trell is a rapper straight out of Alaska, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, doing this thing in Alaska. He got a bunch of good hits out. So if you guys haven't checked them out, you were wrong.
So wrong. You're wrong for that.
You are absolutely wrong. The D-Trell, thank you for joining us for this interview coming on the podcast, D-Watts Podcast. And before we say anything to you, we got to pay the bills real quick and say, hey, DMWattsPodcast.com. Y'all know where y'all
and D-Trell.com.
D-Trell.com. You can
D-Trell.com too, yes.
Yo, yeah, make sure y'all go to D-Trell.com. Y'all make sure y'all check D-Trell out. He's
That's
on
where
D-Trell.
all the music is. That's
all
what's
this
happening.
music. You guys can check it out. Trust me, we are fans. We are fans of
Big
D-Trell.
time. I don't know if you realize this, but we used to play In the Cut at our bar.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. I appreciate the support,
Oh yeah,
good.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely used to go ahead and put
People used
D-Trell
to
up.
jam to that.
Yeah, they used to jam to that a lot.
Yeah.
So definitely one of what we like to call up and comers. So last little bit before we go ahead and start talking to you, bro. We are Dozers. You guys see the AMC, and we are definitely part of that Sheba Army.
Fine.
Definitely part of that Sheba Army.
Can we talk to D-Trell
Yes,
now?
we will. Fine, we'll go ahead and talk to D-Trell. That was just us getting the bills out the way. Anyway, so D-Trell, first question we gotta ask you, bro. You want to ask him?
No, go for it.
Okay,
Go for it.
first
Go for
thing we
it.
gotta ask you, bro. Hey, so what made you want to be the artist? What made you want to be a rapper?
Rapper? Yeah, well, I'm a rapper and singer.
Okay, my bad. Rapper and
So
singer.
you good. But yeah, basically it's like it's in my blood, like my family and my brothers and everybody I know, is doing the music thing somewhat, and then some way down the line, like even if I try to ignore the fact that I'm good at it or ignore my talents,
Sure.
it some way ends up coming back around. So I can't deny it. So I'm just gonna chase it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
That's awesome.
And actually that's pretty good. Actually, that's a pretty good answer.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
That's a pretty good answer. It's like in your blood, huh? That when
Yeah.
you say it's in your blood, what is that? I'm guessing like one of your parents, or like it runs in the family, or what?
Yeah, my dad used to do it heavy when he was younger, or whatever. He had his own label too. So yeah, like bloodline,
That's awesome.
real family stuff. So
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. That's one of the biggest things that keeping it in the family, letting it flow. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But what exactly got you into music though? What is it that got you into it? How long? I'm sorry. How long?
But yeah, how old were you when you
Yeah.
were like, no, I'm going to do
Okay.
this?
well, it started off with like singing and like soul, like R&B and all that. And I was like 6 or 7, and I was singing that Maxwell Pretty Wing song in my auntie's car. Like that's the first song that actually kind of touched my soul inside. I was like, I kind of like the way it sounds. Like I want to learn how to sing. I want to learn how to make these noises and all that. So I just sat in that car for like, I could say like at least a couple hours at 7 years old, like just replaying the song, like learning his octaves and like how he was singing it, and I just mimic it. So I guess I could say like, Maxwell, it was an influence on me too.
Okay.
That's so cool.
And that, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, and that honestly speaks to you as where you coming from, because that type of music, a lot of people can't even relate to, because they don't, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's some things that literally is like, huh, what is that? So they can't figure out like, no, this touches a soul. This is something you take. Yeah, and it's good at such a young age. How old are you?
Just turned 20 in May. So,
Man, at 20 years old, and this guy sitting here talking about Maxwell. That's stuff that folks be like, well, what you know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he knows it touched his soul. That's what's cool.
That's
Because I'm
soul,
like,
definitely,
that's
definitely.
That's how you describe it right there. So I want to know your creative process. So do you write what you're singing? Like, so Off the Henny, let's just say, what was that process to write?
So yeah, I do pen and paper or whatever. I just write it down. And I think I necessarily don't start it in any type of song structure way, you know? So I just listen to a beat. I'll feel what, like, I'll just throw some words out there. I don't know if it might sound good, but I just throw it out there. And I try to catch it on paper, but I actually recently switched it off. So like I record myself listening, like myself freestyling into a beat or something like that. And I would go back and like kind of break down the video. Like I would mummer something or I would say something under my breath, and that would unlock an idea in my head. And then I would come up with like a whole song starting from a hook, like not the right way, but yeah. So I just study myself basically.
Okay. That's so cool. So you're just there and you're getting it out, and then from there you go on. I like that, because a lot of people, you know, everybody has their own process, but it seems like everybody's like, well, you know, I saw this and inspired me, but for you to just flow and then you take something from that and build on it, I think that's incredible.
So is it kind of like, so I mean, I'm trying to make sure I'm getting what you're saying. So it's like, hey, you'll come up with like a verse or something, and then it's like, next thing you know, you're like, hey, I like that. And next thing you know, it's like the floodgates open. Yeah,
kind of just like I'll take the vibe of the song, whatever the beat, the instrumental's giving up, whatever touches me, I would just, I don't know, channel that energy into like a verse or song.
Right,
like,
right.
The lyrics kind of give it the same feel, you know.
Of course.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's it. So that's a very elaborate way. I would say, man, you sound very wise among your years. I would say like that, because that's not something that somebody would say. Yeah, and then, you know, I take this and do that and so on. But that's a pretty impressive creative process you got going on.
Yeah, no, I think it works, because Off the Henny is amazing. In the cut.
Yes.
I wake up.
Yeah.
I wake up hearing that song in my brain. I just had to tell you that.
Yeah. We wake up and we put on Spotify. We put on Spotify, and like if I'm like cleaning the kitchen, or, you know, we just chilling or something like that, you know, we may be like, all right, let's listen to this, like in the cut, because in the cut is a nice, it's kind of like a nice, right? It's a vibe song. Like it doesn't do a lot of mumble rap or anything. It doesn't do any of that thing. It's like, no, I'm actually saying stuff.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I want a lot of people to enjoy. Like I want you to really enjoy your music, not just necessarily like taking whatever they give you and be like, okay, that sound good. You know, I'm not really satisfied. So I'll be trying to be satisfied with whatever I put out.
Okay. So you want to be,
like that.
In other words, you want to be recognized like, hey, no, I am a lyricist. I'm not just throwing stuff out.
Yeah. Like, yeah. If you're going to call yourself an artist, it's got to be some type of art form, you know?
I like that. I actually like that. That's pretty good. We like what you, we like what you're putting down on there. So, you know, we talked about your creative process and how you come up with a song. So like, I guess the next question would be like, hey, well how many songs do you get in your repertoire? You know what I mean?
I mean, I have probably like 8 songs, but songs that I actually have recorded and dropped, I only have like 3, you know? Yeah.
So are you, is it your dream, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but is it your dream to like put those all together? Like at some point, are you going to get all those together into one?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So like basically getting the album together and so on and stuff like that, right? Like, hey, I'm trying to become, you know, and get there. So like basically if right now, if a producer was coming, you like, hey, can you give me an album? You got an album for him?
I got an album. I just need to get to the studio.
Yeah, there it is.
He's ready to go, people.
He's ready to go. So anybody that's sitting here listening to this, y'all heard it here on DMY's podcast. Y'all make sure y'all see him. Y'all see this young man. He got an album ready to go.
Because right now we've got 3, right? So we've got In the Cut, Off the Henny. What was the other one? I can't remember.
Ain't No Love or A&L.
Right. And so we've got 3, but we've got one coming up that we heard, and that's another one that's in my head a lot. I'm around the house singing it.
Yeah. What is it? I mean, talk to us about that one. You got, you know, new stuff coming. Apologies, right? Talked about
apologies.
So what was your creative process behind that then?
You know, it's actually crazy. I have this one song that I was supposed to be finishing. A lot of people would tell me, oh, it's a good song, blah, blah, blah. But I was having creative blockage with it.
Okay.
So I kind of just like threw on a beat and like, okay, let me try to see what else I can come up with, right? And that whole process, I just came up with that song, and then from that song to I literally made that song in like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, just sat down and like my method or whatever, built it up, and then came out my room with that whole thing written down.
Wow.
So I don't mean to interrupt you real quick. I know you're talking, but I gotta let you know this. You do know that's not normal, right? Like it takes rappers and singers sometimes days to come up with songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that is an art, that is a talent. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's not.
But when it flows, it flows.
Well,
right?
when it flows, it flows. That's, you know what I mean? That's recognition of a actual talent there, right? You say you were on 2 hours, right?
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah, that's from beginning to end. Like, have you changed anything up since then? Or?
Yeah, how many rewrites did you do?
So like, no, like, of course I made it like more of a song with like ad-libs, changing the flows, but no, like the lyrics, I made the song in 2 hours.
That's amazing.
Wow. Like, kudos to you on that. Because that's, there's only a select few, rappers and singers. Actually, I don't know of any singers, but there's only a select few. That's like, and I'm, this is not tooting your horn or anything, but that's damn near Lil Wayne status. He don't write nothing down. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, that man is, I'm trying to be up there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, which I mean, I just think that's right up there. This dude is like, look, no, pen and paper, what you talking about? And I think that you talking about 2 hours at 20 years old, bro. You were damn near pretty much there at 20 years old. You know what I mean? And that's we talk about Lil Wayne, and that you just talked about how like, hey man, that's what I'm trying to get. So I'm guessing what our next question is like who you trying to collab with? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, definitely I want to collab with Drake. I'm naming the mains like Drake, Lil Wayne, like the real like mecca of like the hip hop industry.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I definitely would like to get in with Rod Wave too, because that's somebody I'm really like looking at
really feeling.
Oh, he got an original style, like he got his own thing and it's fire. So Rod Wave definitely,
But so you like him for his originality, basically.
Originality and like, just like how he puts his soul in the music. You can tell with certain people, and I like that.
You can,
right?
Yeah.
You can tell people just trying to sell a record versus like, no, I'm feeling this. Like this is my art.
Yeah, doing it because they actually do it.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because I remember you and I both were saying, man, this is like Drake.
Yeah. Because I got to tell you right now, the Apology song. I know we didn't mention it a couple of times.
It's so good.
Yeah, go tap it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I'm to our listeners, Apologies. It don't drop to the 18th, right?
18th.
September 18th. Man. Yes, I'm gonna tell you.
Good. It's so good. And when you send us and everybody that's listening right now is going to get a snippet of the song because you're so gracious in letting us air that. But also you did a video for us with it, and it's fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. When I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, y'all gonna see all of that, man. To our listeners, y'all gonna see this is a talented young man that definitely be on the lookout for. We're gonna definitely push you, bro. And so, but yeah, so you said you want to collaborate. You said Drake, obviously Young Money, and what was the other one? I apologize. What is the last one you said?
Rod Wave. Yeah, Rod Wave.
Okay, bet. And then it's like, and you said because of the originality, right?
Originality, yeah.
Yeah, and so okay, so
that's the rapping R&B singing thing too. So
okay, yeah, and like you said, also with Drake, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, you got the rap R&B thing, they doing their thing is on there, and which is exactly what you did. Like, hey, don't get it twisted. Apologies is you singing, but in the way you're rapping at the same time. It's that new thing, you know what I'm saying? It's that new thing where it's like, hey, he's singing, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? Sure. It's like, but he's also pay attention to what he's saying.
So with I have to ask this with in the cut off the Henny, the process was the same then? Like, is there ever a time where like there was an inspiration behind that, or you had the idea beforehand?
Well, I guess in the cut, because I had that song, I was kind of sitting on that song for a little bit.
Were you?
Yeah, I was kind of sitting on that. So that in the cut, I kind of put more thought to, I would say, instead of like naturally doing it, I kind of put like a strategy to it, like how you would with a regular song. Like I changed the words to make it sound better, to catch the beat better and all that. So yeah.
Okay.
That's so cool.
That is cool, dude. So I think.
Do you have the video queued up?
I don't think it's queued up, but we ain't got no problem doing that.
Yeah. So we actually have the that video of you at your first performance.
That's DMF shit. Blood brother shit. Yeah. You know how the fuck we rockin', nigga. Yeah. Hey.
To get bitch in the cut, you know I'm doing my dance. No, we ain't shaking no hands. You just a fan. I bet you snitching your mans. A couple dozen ain't enough. Blow it back, then we get it straight to it again. It's either you lose or you win. He won't smoke that boy influenced by friends. She get to choosing again. I be smoking dope, cause that's the mood I be in. Don't fuck with the perk of the Zans, but I pop a nigga, show him that I ain't playing. You don't know about that dirt I was in. Could have been in that hearse or that pen. Plenty nights I've been hurt, I'm just saying. Won't do over else, cause it made me a man. That pussy bald headed like Kobe. Shaq and Ginobili. I got these bad bitches all on me. She claims she know me, never confusing love with affection, man. I wish I could have told her owe me. Now I be peeping people really phony. That's why I choose to ride by my lonely. What did you even do for me besides eat the nut when we got horny? I swear that these niggas my son, but who raised them? Could these niggas be corny? I told my family I'm the one. Fuck the luck, I ain't even no folly. Oh, that shit girl took it shorty. Take it back, cause this bitch is annoying. I took it bitch in the cut. You know
I love that.
Yeah,
so much.
so we're gonna go ahead and
you
stop
have
there.
No
but
idea how much that is.
But dude, like that is
in our
played.
car.
Yeah, that's love right there. I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude, we wanted to at least share that, you know, with our viewers. Like, look, man, that we played that in our car. We played that in our house when we just chilling.
We've sent it to people. Like, you gotta hear this.
You know what I'm saying? We played it in the car. You know what I'm saying? And like people, here's the thing. Here's the thing where what you need to know. When we played it in our bar, you know that your music is fire when the people start doing the today's dance moves to it. You know
like the TikTok.
Yeah. Look, I'm saying, like, look, I'm gonna. We're not hip to that. So, but there's one where they going like this and they singing it. I don't know what the hell that is. I was like, is this like Fight the Power? I'm not sure what's happening. Like, I had no idea what the hell was happening. Oh my God, that's so I was like, I didn't know what it was. Like, hey, is this guy seasoned or is it like what is? I'm not sure what's happening, but I think he's happy about what we're playing. So when they doing that, I said, all right, that's a good thing. I don't know what to say. Apparently, but he was smiling, so that must mean he was feeling your music.
But what I
hey, I appreciate whoever that was. No doubt.
But I have to say what I observed when we played it. It's not like we introed it or anything. We just put it right on in, and there was not even a half-second pause, and people just went right into it and started dancing. They was and just getting it, and I was like, see, that's how you know it's right.
Yeah,
because there was no what the hell is this? There was none of that.
Yeah, and so like, you know, we got to say that. So we talked to you about who you want to collaborate. You know what I'm saying? You start talking about, hey, young like Lil Wayne, that's the Mecca up there, right? So I'm guessing we may know the answer to the question, but we still gonna ask, who's the artist you admire the most?
Admire the most? Drake. I gotta say, Drake is something special, different. Like, he's real different. And I feel like nobody's even like touching that level yet, because he can switch it up on you. You think he'd do some singing stuff?
Yeah,
he'll hit you with some hard rapping stuff. Hit you with some stuff that make you think. That's what I'm trying to be on. I'm trying to hit like all points of the music stuff. Like, it's not just one category I want to fall into.
Yeah, you know, and that's I can understand that, because let's face it, before Drake came out with Back to Back, you know, we were feeling them, you know, but it was more of a singing. Back to Back, it was like, okay, wait a minute. So I can understand what you're saying. It's like, okay, no, switch it up, right? Switch it up.
So I'm gonna go with this though, because that does lead into this next. And we had done a little promo for you and threw out, you know, hey, we're going to be interviewing D-Trell and throw out some questions for him. And we've got one here. And it was a question that I have been saying for a while, like, you know, here in the lower 48, I have always heard of Alaska. I had family that used to work in Alaska and then would come back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, like, you know, But
yeah.
somebody actually asked, how challenging has it been becoming a rapper in a state like Alaska that isn't known for having representatives of the culture?
It's a good question.
It's actually a pretty good thing when you think about it, because like Alaska has a lot of potential for a lot of other things. Like we have a lot of tourist sites and people coming up here and all that.
Sure.
But like the music thing, there's a couple artists up here doing their thing. But
Are they?
I feel like with me being who I am and being placed where I place, like Alaska is like free for anybody to put us on the map, you know.
Of course.
Because there's a lot of talent up here that needs to be shown. So I'm just trying to do my part, you know.
And I
Alaska
admire that, because Alaska has not been shown in that respect. I mean, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of resources up there, but there's a whole new culture scene going on that I'm suspecting that you're a part of.
Yeah, so it's not just igloos and whatever.
Right?
It's like, no, we get down up here. Calm down. We get down.
It's the culture up here for sure.
Yeah. Because I got to tell you, when you think you're like the Nelly of Alaska or the Eminem of Michigan. You see what I'm saying? It's literally like, hey, or the Drake of Canada, what Drake is in Canada, right? Or Sir Mix-a-Lot of Washington, right? It's like, okay, before Drake, people was like, Canada.
It's a new territory.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know he was from Canada at first.
Yeah, I didn't either. He's like views from the 6. I was like, ain't that a
like,
what's the thing? I don't know what the
yeah, like what's the thing? Yeah.
Views from the 6. Like, what is this? I don't get out like that, bro. And I'm like, no, he's talking about his own. He's talking about Canada. I mean, and Nelly came out. That's all he was yelling was St. Louis. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so with you, so we have to say, and that I only throw those out there, not to take away from you, but I throw those out there in that same aspect of what you got going on. It's like, look, I'm trying to put my state on the map. Like, y'all, we not just we broke apart from the U.S., we still a part of it, and this is what we got to bring. You understand this? The South the South had their time, the East had their time, the West had their time. What's up with the Upper North? You know what I mean? So and that's the way I said Upper North.
I heard you.
Upper North 907.
I went there.
That's for another podcast.
That's for another podcast. Whether it's like she knows how to my geography.
But how long? Because obviously we know. Just looking at your website, if anybody again, I'm gonna throw it out there. If anybody wants to get to know you, listen to your music, it's D-Trell.com, and we will of course flash that on the screen and put that up there. But how long have you and your family been in Alaska?
10 years. 10 years. We've been up here for a minute.
That's awesome.
Really? 10 years. So you pretty much raised up there.
Basically raised up here, yeah, I would say. I was born in Chicago, and then we moved from Chicago to Atlanta and Alabama. We moved around a lot down there. Cool. But yeah, I would say Alaska is basically my home now. It's definitely home.
Yeah.
So do you have memories though? Do you remember Chicago, Alabama, all that?
Certain spots. I was like a baby, so no, not really. I remember Alabama. That's where a lot of like my childhood, like my cousins is getting into, the bad stuff, whatever, with your little cousins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember.
We all have those.
We all had those. Yeah, exactly. We all have those. So what I can say is that, so you kind of got like a worldview, and regardless if you were just here, for a couple of years or here for a couple of years, and obviously, the main part of you growing up and your growth is Alaska. I think also internally, in your subconscious, it's like, hey, you have that view.
Well,
from all over.
And it's the influence.
Or that's what
I
think
is what's coming out in your music. And I don't know, you know what I mean? Like that's coming out, that Chicago, that South.
Yeah, that little bit of everything. Yeah. I feel like that's a good way you put it. Yeah.
Right. So do you channel all that in your music? Like, hey, I know you talked about your creative process. Like, do you channel like, hey, I know I grew up in Alaska, but I still, because I noticed there are parts in your music you have kind of like that Southern twang too.
Yeah.
I feel like, I actually think the way that I am, like the energy that I bring to my music is for being like moved a lot and all that. Because I don't really see myself as like oh, I came here, and now I'm like,
Sure.
you know, but I definitely feel like me moving around, seeing all sorts of like just spots in life definitely helps people connect with me and my music a little bit more.
Absolutely. I mean, because that to me is more American than American. I mean, it's just that moving around and that, you know, gathering influences from everything, because that's what we are. You know, we're just that grab it from here, grab it from there. And so that's probably why I identify with your music so much and love it so much, because it feels familiar to me in a really weird way.
Yeah.
And it's just because of your style, you know. It just that's what it is. I feel like it's just something that's always been in there. And yeah, you know, I dance around the kitchen all the time.
Yeah, it is in a nutshell. We love the music, you know what I'm saying? We love the music, man. And so we gotta ask, you know what I mean, we gotta ask, what can we expect from D-Trell in the future?
Near future, definitely expect the album. Near future, definitely expect the album coming sometime this year, definitely.
Really? Okay.
Also, you could expect, I got the A&L music video dropping soon.
Okay.
Do you really?
This Sunday, actually, yes.
Really?
Yeah, this Sunday.
So we got this out. It's gonna be on here. And,
I can't wait for that.
And so we've heard the A&L. We heard the A&L, and what I like about A&L is that that's where you like, okay, look, a lot of these have my rap/sing. This is showing y'all I can't rap.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of your other songs is like you have the rap/sing, or maybe the
right.
You know what I mean? The rapping the rapping as a singing.
Right.
But this one, I think A&L shows you like, no, this is more my harder part to show you. Look, I'm not.
It's more reggae, definitely.
Yeah, and so like so when you did that, was that important for you to show like, look, I'm not just somebody, I'm not another Drake. You understand what I'm saying?
No, really, just when I made that, that's just how I was feeling at the time. That's what channeled through, I guess.
Yeah.
I was going off of.
Okay. And then Okay,
bad,
no, we get that. We get that. It's because when you talk about, you know, rappers who you admire, you say, hey, you said Drake is the one you admire the most. You know what I'm saying? And so I think also it's like, because look, the thing about, you know, we talk about Drake and then his style, like he sings and raps, but it's like, look, he's not the only one that can do it. That's not his personalized thing, right? There are other people that can do the same. And so I think yours, what I like about yours is like, look, I'm not saying, it's like, look, I like Drake, but I'm not trying to be another Drake. I am D-Trell.
D-Trell, period.
Period. You know,
that's all you need.
That's all you need.
D-Trell.
And so, but look, hey, so maybe we got any more questions? Did anybody ask you other questions?
Yeah, no, I mean, I had a question, and then you asked me that.
Go ahead,
it's
go
gone.
ahead.
No, it's gone. Oh. we gotta wait for it to come back around.
Well, here's the thing. There were two or three other questions that people asked. We put it out on TikTok. We put it out on Facebook.
Thank everybody for this question.
But thank you everybody for this. Like I said, we got one from Cheyenne that asked what we asked. You know, hey, what inspired you to be a rapper? Yeah, and we got another one from Sonya. What they asked, literally asked the same thing. What or who inspired you to be the artist? Which, yeah. And so you said, hey, your pops, and that's like, hey, it's just in your blood, right?
But yeah, it's just in my blood. If you know, you know. You know, you can never give up or dodge what God gave you. You know.
Man,
you can't. It's the
I'm
knowing.
gonna have to clap on that one.
It's the
I gotta clap on that one, bro. That's just
and that's what, you know, a lot of people say. If you know that you know that you know, and you knew at a young age, and I commend your parents for helping you along with that, because I'm sure they did by having music in the background, you know, and just introducing you to everything they could.
Yeah. And so you got your rap, and you know, you got your singing, and then you have other aspirations also. Ultimately, what's the goal for D-Trell is to get in the rap game and then spread your influence from rap into anything else.
Yeah, main goal is to get in the rap game to bring something new and like different, because I feel like what I can put out, like this is just the beginning of what my end goal is, you know. And I feel like what I'm really putting out can really shake the culture a little bit, or like show somebody, just people different. Like, you know, that I want the music that I listen to give me that feeling back instead of just sounding like sounds and like, okay, you got a good producer, that's why you sound like that.
Yeah, or a good beat.
Or
Yeah.
a good beat.
Yeah.
That's why you can carry. You know,
Yeah.
I want people to really be like, okay, this is a song that makes me feel away, or this is a song that I want to show. This is what they can take from it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because there's something to be said for, you know, that formula. There's a formula. We all know it. It's in every genre. But to be able to give a song that is different from the formula and make it feel like it's already been there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That familiarity with it, that is talent. And I love that you know, because you can't always rely on a producer. Look at with COVID and everything. Oh, see, and I jogged my memory. I remember my question now. So it's hard because you're 20. So for us, internet has only been around for this much of our life. You have grown up with it. Do you feel like it's easier in this day and age for you to get the music out, you know, or being able to just throw out a single? Because obviously it's a process and it still takes work, but you know, you've got to put it on all these different platforms, Spotify, you know, I threw you up, you were already on TikTok, like, you know, and I'm sitting here with my age that we won't discuss going, wow, he's already on TikTok.
Yeah.
Of course, I just figured out TikTok. So
definitely. I feel like it's easier with nowadays that because you could just literally go through like DistroKid or different what is it called? Like distribution companies to help you put out and stuff like that. You can just go through multiple different ones. Not everyone is good, but I go through DistroKid. And so if you guys don't know or just check them out, they're really good. And yeah, just like TikTok, one of my friends got like 200,000 followers on TikTok right now.
Wow.
Yeah, and he just does like the dances and all that. It's an algorithm to it that you got to.
Yeah, it is.
Like, yes,
it is.
All this, once you learn it, there's no telling where you can go. You can easily go viral.
That's so cool. That's a good friend to have, by the way.
That is a good friend to have.
Right?
Tell your friend to do some dances to your song. That's
Right. Hey, already got it. He's on my list.
Like, hey, bro, we are friends, right?
Right? Like since middle school type friends.
Yeah, so they're
That's
like,
cool.
hey, matter of fact, you turn around and tell them, look, I feel like I shouldn't have to ask this. I'm actually mad that you haven't done it.
Yeah, like I should have to ask you. Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, I would think, and I'm glad you said that because everything comes with its own challenges, but I think the fact that you can go directly to the people.
Yeah.
You know, you can go directly from the studio, get that master and send it out there and get a true reaction without having to go through somebody at first is amazing because people are brutally honest. Mm-hmm. And you have developed quite the following, and we're a part of it. Your Kansas crew,
right? We're part of the Kansas following. So
we're the Kansas crew.
Yeah. We put it on the map in Kansas, right in the center of the country.
Alaska, man.
Hey, it's all good, brother. So hey, man, look, we thank you for coming, you know, and coming on out here. Like, hey, so right now, what you got coming up next is that album and stuff, right? That's you like your album you trying to put out. What else? Like, you got anything else besides your album you trying to put out, or like that's right now that's what you focus on, or what?
Yeah, I got a clothing brand.
You got a clothing brand?
Yeah.
Per-e-lel.
What does that say?
Per-e-lel
Fashion
Elevator. Got the hoodie going on.
Go check me out. I got a website and all that.
Do you? I'm guessing per-e-lel.com. That's my guess.
Per-e-lel.com. Yes.
All right. Okay. I promise that was a guess because you was like, hey, D-Trell.com. I was like, I'm gonna throw out and say per-e-lel.com. I like, hey,
disclosure because
D-Trell.
Yep, D-Trell. You're gonna have that. There's links on there, but full disclosure, I might have a wallet or a purse from per-e-lel.
Facts.
Oh, worldwide.
And I may get stopped at least once a day asking me, one, about my hair and two, about my purse. Look, so I just got to say that.
I'm not saying that we stalk you. All I'm saying is that we're fans. That's all I'm saying.
Just a little stalking.
All I'm saying, we're fans.
That's a little bit of fans of you guys. I'm fans of your guys' channel.
Oh, well, thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for entertaining the old people.
Yeah, thank you. I'll tell you, we appreciate that. So, hey, D-Trell, thank you for coming, but we're not done.
No.
It's not all seriousness. It's not all serious. It's like, hey,
Oh.
so yeah, I'm gonna talk about this and this and that. Now the people want to know.
Okay.
We got to know who D-Trell is really. So we got a little thing that we like to call this or that. Okay, and what we do in this or that is we turn around and look. Hey, no judgment at all, but the facial expressions will show how we feel about your answer. So,
Okay, you ready?
Are you ready?
It's
It's
just
a this is that. We're gonna ask you, do you like this or this?
Rapid fire.
All right, let's get
Rapid
it.
fire. You ready?
Okay. Waffles or pancakes?
You better answer right.
Waffle.
Hmm.
All right,
We'll take that. See, we gotta say that one. When we say waffles or pancakes, you can't go wrong because there's nothing wrong with syrup on a nice ooey goodness.
Yeah, you're right. But waffles, man.
Oh, waffles is your thing? I say that, but what we got in this house? She know we got nothing but waffles in this house. And we don't do pancakes.
They're used for multi.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay, go. It's your turn.
Okay,
I have
so
one.
so are you a car or a truck person? Car versus truck.
Cars. I like cars.
Really?
Cars.
Really?
I
What's
like
your favorite
cars.
car?
Okay, so what's your favorite type of car?
BMWs. I like BMWs.
What did I just tell you the other day? What color?
What color?
I want black, right? Does everybody like? I like.
Because I just told him the other day I wanted a white one, so
Yeah.
that's why I was asking.
a white. I'll get a silver. I like the silver.
That's kind of like the in between, right? It's like, hey, look, you like blacks, you like the white one. It's like, okay, get silver. Literally,
Silver,
neither
yeah.
nobody can be
Yeah.
upset about either question.
I can't
Either
be upset
answer.
about that because I'm still a Raiders fan because that's where I grew up. So
Yeah, that's
yeah, I know. I'm
that's-
throwing that out there.
that's
We'll
terrible to
edit
know.
that out.
Raiders.
I'm sure.
We won't. We're gonna put it out there. That's terrible to know. But all right.
Do not. You can take the girl out of Oakland. I'm just saying.
All right.
Okay, Marvel versus DC.
You better think about this before you answer.
Oh yeah, I do need to think about it. Hold on.
Yeah, so we said Marvel versus DC. And you better think
Like who would win?
No.
No,
Just which one do you
which
like
one
better?
Do you like better?
I think Marvel definitely. Marvel.
Okay, good answer. Good answer. Good answers. We're still gonna air this now. They're good. I like the answer. So but so we gotta say, all right. So okay, so we gotta ask. So do you like tile or hardwood floors? Yes, that is an actual question.
Tyler Hardwood.
Yes. Think about it.
We don't know why D-Trell. That's just something we ask.
It's
people.
something we asked. Do you like okay,
Hardwood. I'll go Hardwood.
I like.
Okay,
team.
okay. And so
team.
we can mess with him.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can mess
No.
with D-Trell.
He's a good. Dude.
Yeah, we do. And
Like,
this is the one.
Like the,
Say
like
what?
for the bathrooms and all that time.
Yeah.
No.
That so this is the one for all the marbles. All the marbles. This is the last one. What you got, baby?
I can't read your handwriting.
Yeah, you don't know what that is?
No.
All right, fine. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Android or iPhone?
Oh.
iPhone. Why?
Interview over. Interview over.
We
Thanks for
like
coming. We
you
don't care.
too.
Interview over.
Have you always had an iPhone?
You always had an iPhone?
Always, yeah. I mean, no, I did, but when I was like younger, I had a Samsung. It was like a Nokia. It used to like
Okay.
break into. I used to call it like my Lego phone because when I drop it, the battery would go this way, the back would go this way, and the screen would go that way. I had to put it together.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell is this? Yeah.
Okay, so I was like,
Yeah.
I need an
And
iPhone.
but you know, they can scar you for life, right? So if your first phone was an iPhone and you broke it, I feel like immediately you like, man, the hell with this. Let me get something else. You know what I'm saying?
True.
If that was your, yeah. So, but hey, I ain't gonna hold it against you. I may give you the side eye every now and then, but you know, when you make it to the top, you know, we'll just squash all the differences. You can just throw head like
Hey.
you can just squash all the difference by saying thanks DMY's podcast. That's fine. But but hey, look here, D-Trell, thank you.
Thank you. so
100%
much.
for joining us in this.
Thank you guys for having
Oh
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
This has been awesome.
This has
We
been
love your
awesome.
music so much. Apologies drop September
September
18th.
18th, folks.
September
On all
18th. Let's go
platforms,
tap
right?
in.
It's gonna be
All
on everywhere, right?
platforms. Yeah, it's gonna D-Trell on all platforms. Apologies. Yep. 18th.
That's awesome.
September 18th, folks. It's called Apologies. You're gonna get a sneak peek of the chorus a little bit?
Actually, we're gonna be doing that right now.
Yeah, we're gonna show
We're
it
gonna
right now.
yep, we're gonna
We're
just
show
go
it right
ahead
now.
and
We're
do
gonna show it
that
right now.
Yeah,
And
right now.
Yeah, and so we're gonna show it right now.
Yeah.
But we gotta sign off.
Oh yeah.
We gotta sign off before we show the clip. Yeah, we gotta sign off before we show the clip.
Okay.
All right, fine. We'll sign off. So look, D-Trell, thanks. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you guys, man. Love.
Yeah, all right. Hey, look, signing off for DM Watts. I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
And here's D-Trell with apologies. You guys are welcome.
D-Trell.com.
D-Trell.com, September 18th. Y'all take it easy over there.
I don't know where to start. We just fell apart. I don't know where to start. We just fell apart. I'm sorry if I get up out my body off this Molly. I'm a savage, but I ain't mean to hurt nobody. I ain't mean to hurt you. You still waiting on apologies. Don't wait on me. You ain't getting them out of me. Don't wait on me. Girl, I'm sorry if I get up out my body off this Molly. I'm a savage, but I ain't mean to hurt nobody. You still waiting on apologies, and you ain't getting them out of me. Hey.